My name's Alistair Bell, and this is a summary of my journey as an occupational therapist. I began over 10 years ago in a part-time undergraduate degree, and I'm now finishing a postgraduate master's degree in occupational therapy as well. So I now reside in West Wales, where I began in London. And this profession really for me has enabled me to reflect into my practice some of the many eclectic activities that I'm interested in. I've gotten involved with one-to-one or group activities with gardening, swimming, surfing, rapping, and generally trying to make some music. This point in my life where I was learning to be an occupational therapist, at that point, I found it a very pivotal moment in my life. As a student, you'll learn to be a reflective practitioner, to be conscientious and self-aware. And as I was learning about psychology and sociology, I was also reflecting about myself. And yeah, I think it helped change me as a person. I worked and very much enjoyed working as an OT technician before taking on the profession in an undergraduate degree. And that's where I met Dr. Blaine Robin, as he was my occupational therapist and I was his technician. I worked with mental health patients in a community setting, older adult community patients with mild to more considerable cognitive impairment. And at that point, I knew that I wanted to work in mental health. But like many things, I changed my mind. And after working a sustained period in forensic mental health and facilitating music groups and encouraging adults to express themselves through rap music, I began thinking about the other side and what it would be like to work in physical health. I worked both as an NHS and council employee, and I worked in private settings, both in rehab and acute medicine. And I've also worked with case managers and insurance companies to help rehabilitate adults. I have many interests and I've always kept myself busy. Throughout both my undergraduate and postgraduate degrees, I've found myself balancing writing essays with doing different activities. I swam a relay of the English Channel. I think I was number 286 in the world to swim an ice mile. And I swam for Team GB in the ice swimming championships in the Arctic in 2019. But my job has helped me to, I suppose, try and incorporate some of those things with people, that you really can go through something and you can recover, and if you can't recover completely, you can adapt. And these are different frames of references within the occupational therapy program. Being an occupational therapist, you have to be very holistic. And I just feel like a lot of people who are naturally holistic are just drawn to this profession, whether they know it or not. But ultimately, the therapy degree program for occupational therapy will really bring something out of you as a person. And it gave me a lot of confidence to go forward and to be able to work in an abundance of different places and have skills where I can view a person as a whole, and really view them as being the center point of their recovery rather than just being very injury focused. I now, in my later years, whilst I'm living in Wales, am a rehab coordinator for a major trauma service, and my role is to try and reduce inequalities in services for the West Wales, and working over the larger directorate in South Wales to ensure that patients who've had and have sustained major traumatic injuries are going to the right hospitals in a timely manner, and are also coming back to the right hospitals and receiving the right therapy. And this job for me would be regarded as being an emerging role in occupational therapy. I've known about other emerging roles as well. I know occupational therapists who work with the first responders in the Welsh Ambulance Service, who work also in different ambulance services, and people who work in GP practices. There really is a big, massive mix of different jobs out there waiting for you in paediatrics or adults or private or NHS, and I think this is a course that's certainly worthwhile and that has set me up for life. Thank you.